Welcome everyone to Midwest Madness Resolution. Happy New Year. And we've got 32 of the fastest monster trucks here to throw it down and try to become the first champion here in 2023. There you see the flag on the back of Gravedigger the Legend. He claimed it last month. He is looking to hold on. Can anybody dethrone Matt Cheever and Gravedigger the Legend? Find out next as we move on to round one. Kicking off the action here tonight. First, in the near lane, we got Jeffrey Skipper driving the brand new U.S. Air Force Afterburner. He's been away for a few months, but he is debuting a brand new truck here tonight. He is set to take on Fifi Kairis over there in the far lane, driving the Stone Crusher. He's making his Midwest Madness debut here tonight. So you can get on the board first, waiting on the green light. And U.S. Air Force had a slight lead, but Stone Crusher comes back in the end and gets it done. U.S. Air Force had a good lead there, but Fifi Kairis is moving on to round two. Coming up next, first here in the near lane, we got Peanut driving Maximum Destruction. He's looking to replicate the success his team had all year long last year. But he is taking on Hunter Craddock over there in the far lane driving Bulldozer. He's looked like he's had that truck dialed in the past couple months. Let's see what he's got. Waiting on the green light. And Maximum Destruction has a slight lead, but Bulldozer came back there in the end and I think got it. Wow, both drivers were going for it. That was a close one. We'll definitely have to get back to the replay to confirm. That is why the finish line is there. Let's take another look at it. And Max D jumps Bulldozer off the line barely, but Bulldozer does come back in the end. Hunter Craddock puts the pedal to the metal, and Bulldozer is moving on to round two. Coming up next, we got two youngsters going at it. First, in the near lane is Walker Stevens driving the Son of a Digger. He looked great last month, barely lost out to Emily Graham and Barefoot, but he is taking on the debuting Evelyn Skipper driving Sparkle Smash over there in the blue lane. Both youngsters waiting on the green light. And Son of a Digger gets out to an early lead and does not look back. He rolls it over there at the end of the track. Wow, what a wicked rollover. It looks like Sparkle Smash might have lost power. Oh, man. Let's get the Midwest Madness track crew down there to check on Walker Stevens and Son of a Digger. Walker is out of the truck. He is doing all right, but as you see, it looks like some pretty heavy body damage done to the Son of a Digger. His team is going to have their hands full in between rounds getting him back for round two. Coming up next, first here in the near lane, we got Kieran Adams out of K&J Motorsports driving that beautiful King Crunch. He is set to take on Ashley Obi over there in the far lane driving Wildflower. Two fast trucks here looking to take it to round two. Both drivers waiting on the green light. And Wildflower gets out to an early lead and does not look back. King Crunch cannot chase her down. Ashley Obi and Wildflower is moving on to round two. The first round actually continues. First, in the near lane, we got Jason Craddock bringing his brand new El Toro Loco to the line. That is a wicked looking truck. He is set to take on Carson Wells over there in the blue lane driving Samson. He's making his second appearance in the Samson truck. Both drivers waiting on the green light. And El Toro Loco gets out to a slight lead, but Samson comes back in the end and makes that close. Both trucks finished door handle to door handle, side by side at the finish line. We'll definitely have to check a replay to get a winner on that one. What a race. That is probably the closest of the night so far. That near lane is starting to come around. And as you see, El Toro Loco jumped Samson off the line, but Samson came back in the end strong. We'll have to take another look at it. That is just too close. And by a lug nut, El Toro Loco gets the win. Jason Craddock is moving on to round 2. Up next, first here in the red lane, we got Charles Stevens bringing his brand new Blue Thunder to the line. He's got a tough first round assignment here, though. He is taking on the 4-time Midwest Madness champion Nugget driving Gravedigger. He has won 4 out of 9 events and has been in the finals in 6 out of 9 events. Absolutely incredible. This kid has only lost 3 times on this track. Good luck beating him. Charles Stevens has his hands full. Both drivers waiting on the green light. And Blue Thunder gets out to a slight lead, and whoa! Blows Gravedigger out of the water. Charles Stevens makes a statement here tonight, and he is moving on to round 2. Blue Thunder is in the next round. What a upset. A battle of the Fords. First, here in the near lane, we got Raylan Mullins driving her brand new Medusa. That is a wicked, nice-looking truck there. But she is taking on Jimmy Ferguson over there in the far lane driving the Crimson Crusher 2. He's barely lost out in basically every appearance he's ever had on Midwest Madness. He's looking for his breakthrough. Both drivers waiting on the green light. And Jimmy gets out to an early lead, but Medusa comes back in the end and gets it. That near lane is starting to come around. Raylan Mullins and Medusa is moving on to the second round. What a comeback. Tough luck for Jimmy. He'll be back. Coming up next, first here in the near lane, we got Spooky driving the Mystery Machine. He's 0-3 in that truck, but barely has lost out in all 3 races. So look out for Spooky. He's definitely looking to make a splash, but he is taking on the Midwest Madness newcomer, Jarrett Booker, driving Bigfoot over there in the far lane. Both drivers looking to take it to the second round, waiting on the green light. And they're even down the stretch, but Mystery Machine gets bobbled up and Bigfoot takes it to the second round. Jarrett Booker and Bigfoot gets it done. Coming up next, first, I want to give a warm welcome to my buddy Bradley Graham. He's working his way up to the commentary booth right now. We're hooking him up. He's going to commentate a few races here tonight. But first, here in the near lane, we got James Valancourt out of K&J Motorsports driving that Equalizer Ford. He is a one-time Midwest Madness champion. He is set to take on Mike Council driving a WCW Nitro machine over there in the far lane. He's had tough luck, but has not lost out by much every time he's been out here. Look out for that Nitro machine. He's looking to break through. Both trucks cut a good light. They're door handle to door handle all the way down. Oh, man. That's going to be tough to call right there. What a race. Wow. I don't even know what to say about that. That was so close. Let's take another look at it. Nitro Machine barely gets ahead there at the light, but Equalizer comes back in no man's land across the car stack and gets it done. What a race. Equalizer is moving on to round 2. Nitro Machine was cutting him no slack.
What's going on, Midwest Madness junkies out there? I have to apologize as I'm a little bit under the weather this time around, but it feels awesome to be up here with Mitch Brown, calling this first round action that features none other than the legendary Steve Jones out of Wadesboro, North Carolina, with the Carolina Crusher. And his opponent in the far lane, or the blue lane rather, is Joshua Wells, the Outlaw, coming out of the old Bluegrass State over there in Kentucky, driving Dragon. Does the Outlaw have what it takes to knock him off down the stretch? They look pretty even across the line. They look fairly even all the way down. I don't know who got that. I want to say Steve Jones, but I'm not quite sure. We're going to check this replay right here, see what happened here. They both get a good start off coming down across the cars. They kept it smooth all the way, but Steve Jones, I truly believe he got it. Let's check it one more time. Yes, indeed, he sure did get it. Steve Jones and Carolina Crusher moving on into round 2 action. We're going to send it back over to Mr. Mitch Brown.
This is going to be a good one right here. First, here in the near lane, we got Rich Wagner driving Wild Hair. He is a two-time Midwest Madness finalist. He is set to take on Savvy Zoology over there in the far lane driving the Black Pearl. She's looking to get that truck dialed in. She looked good last month. We're waiting on the green light. And even off the light, and wow. Wild Hair looked like he was ahead barely, but wow, they met door handle to door handle there at the finish line. Who knows? We're going to have to get back to the replay to call that one. And here we go. Both trucks cut a good light, but Wild Hair barely snuck the tire in there, at least I think. And yes, Rich Wagner and Wild Hair is moving on to round two. What a race. Coming up next, first here in the near lane, we got Corey Marvin driving the Northern Nightmare. He's had some pretty good success the last couple months, but has barely lost out every time. He's looking to get that truck dialed in here tonight, but he is taking on Chase Moyes, debuting a brand new backdraft over there in the far lane. Chase's old truck is in the shop. He's looking to debut the truck in a good way, and he gets out to an early lead, but Northern Nightmare comes back in the end, and I think gets it done. What a comeback there in no man's land from Northern Nightmare. Both trucks give a good run. Let's take a look at the replay. And backdraft gets out to a good lead there off the light, and Northern Nightmare comes back and gets it. What a run. All right, coming up next, first here in the near lane, we got the one-time Midwest Madness champion, Rudy Zilligy, out of Outlaw Motorsports, driving Rage. He's got that truck dialed in. He's looking for championship number 2, but he is taking on Jordan Mullins over there in the blue lane, driving Jurassic Attack. You know she's looking for the upset here tonight. She's got the one-time Midwest Madness champion here in the first round. Both drivers waiting on the green light. And Jurassic Attack had a slight lead, but Rage comes back in the end. Rudy Zilligy and Rage gets it done. He is moving on to round 2. It looked like something in the rear steer broke over there for Jordan Mullins and Jurassic Attack. Rage is moving on. Coming up next, first here in the near lane, we got Violet Craddock driving the Monster Mutt Dalmatian. She has looked great in that truck the last couple months, but she is taking on Aaron Church over there in the blue lane driving the Bakugan Dragonoid. You know he's looking to make a statement here tonight as well. Both drivers waiting on the green light. And both drivers cut a good light, and Aaron Church gets on 2 wheels there in no man's land, and he made that super close. Both drivers finished there at the finish line, door handle to door handle. That is impossible to call. We'll have to get back to the replay to confirm that. And Monster Mutt cuts a good light. So does Dragonoid, and Dragonoid comes back there, but I think Monster Mutt barely held that all the way through. Let's take another look at it. What a race. Door handle to door handle. That was crazy. And yes, Monster Mutt Dalmatian barely gets it. What a race. Coming up next, first in the near lane, we got Ethan Wagner bringing his Cyclops Chevrolet to the line. He is staged and ready, but he's set to take on Cole Harwood over there in the blue lane driving the retro Snakebite Ford. He had a wicked crash last month in Winter Wipeout, but his team has that truck back. They think it's 100%. We'll find out soon. Waiting on the green light. And both trucks cut a good light. They're even all the way down the stretch. Side by side, Snakebite might have slid the tire in there at the end. Cyclops was right there with them. They were door handle to door handle the whole way through. Woo, man. Cyclops gets into the camper down there. Let's get back to the replay to confirm a winner. What a race. And they are even off the line. That's one of the most closest races of the night right there. But Snakebite, I think, got in there at the end, and yes, he did. Cole Harwood and Snakebite is moving on to round 2. Coming up next to close out a crazy first round here at Midwest Madness Resolution. First, here in the near lane, we got Austin Wagner bringing his brand new Earthshaker to the line. He's looking for a big upset here tonight, but he is set to take on the reigning and defending Midwest Madness champion, Shaggy. Matt Cheever driving Gravedigger Legend over there in the far lane. He does not want to lose that flag. He's looking for 2 in a row here tonight. He's got Earthshaker in the first round, waiting on the green light. And Shaggy has a slight lead and holds it all the way through. Gravedigger the Legend is moving on to round 2. Austin Wagner was cutting him no slack. Gravedigger the Legend moving on. Kicking off the second round. First, in the near lane, we got Hunter Craddock driving Bulldozer. He is set to take on Fifi Kairis over there in the far lane driving the Stone Crusher. He is making his debut here tonight. Both trucks look great in round 1. A spot in the third round on the line, waiting on the green light. And Bulldozer gets out to a slight lead and holds it all the way through. Stone Crusher was trying to chase him down, but to no avail. Hunter Craddock and Bulldozer is moving on to round 3. That was a good debut for Fifi. He'll be back. And coming up next, first here in the near lane, we got Walker Stevens driving Son of a Digger. There you see it. His team has that truck back to the line. Definitely have some body damage, but they're confident. They think he can get the win here in round 2, but he is taking on Ashley Obi over there in the far lane driving Wildflower. She looked good in round 1 as well. Spot in the third round is on the line, waiting on the green light. And they're even down the stretch, but Wildflower pulls it through there at the end. They were hanging right there with each other, but Wildflower gets it done. Ashley Obi is moving on to round 3. Coming up next, first here in the near lane, we got Jason Craddock bringing his brand new El Toro Loco to the line. He is set to take on Charlie Stevens over there in the far lane, bringing his brand new Blue Thunder to the line. This is going to be a good race right here. 2 fast new trucks. Looking for a spot in round 3, waiting on the green light. And El Toro Loco has a slight lead, but Blue Thunder comes back there in no man's land and made that so close. Might have got the win. Wow. Jason Craddock had a slight lead off the line. And they meet at the finish line. Door handle to door handle. We'll have to get a replay on that. El Toro Loco has a slight lead going down the stretch, but Blue Thunder comes back strong in the end and gets the win. Look at that. Charlie Stevens and Blue Thunder is on a mission here tonight. He's moving on to round 3. A battle of the Fords. First, here in the near lane, we got Raylan Mullins bringing her brand new Medusa to the line. She is set to take on the debuting Jarrett Booker over there in the far lane, bringing Bigfoot to the line. That is the second time Bigfoot's been out here on the circuit. Both trucks waiting on the green light. And Medusa has a big lead, but loses it over there on the bus stack. And Bigfoot comes back in the end and gets the win. Rolls it over there in the far lane. Medusa had that in the bag, but loses control, and Bigfoot slides past for the win. He rolls it over there as well. Looks like just a little bit of body damage. Jarrett Booker and Bigfoot will be back for round 3. This is going to be good right here. A classic 1993 Monster Wars matchup. First, here in the near lane, we got the creator of basically everything diecast monster truck racing, Steve Jones, out of Team MCA, driving the Carolina Crusher Chevrolet. He is set to take on the one-time Midwest Madness champion, James Valencourt, out of K&J Motorsports, driving Equalizer. Chevy versus Ford. So you can get the win. Waiting on the green light. And Carolina Crusher has a slight lead. Equalizer trying to work his way back, but Steve Jones and Carolina Crusher gets it done. Looked like Equalizer was starting to come back there, but Steve Jones stays the course and gets the win.
Here we go now with some round 2 action. Up at the line, we've got none other than my old arch rival, Rich Wagner, in the Wild Hair Chevrolet. He's set to go in the red lane. That beautiful looking Wild Hair, he's always set on kill. Over in the blue lane, his opponent is Corey Marvin, coming out of Canada with the Northern Nightmare. As they get set to go green, we'll see who can get it. Rich jumps him off the line, but Corey came back. I believe Corey came back right there. Rich got him off the line, but Corey put his foot through the floor, and I believe he came back there. Let's check this replay. As you see here, they get ready to go. Rich Wagner definitely got him off the line, but coming across the car is Corey Marvin. I believe he came back. He's going to get the win.
Coming up next, first here in the near lane, we got the one-time Midwest Madness champion, Rudy Zilligy, out of Outlaw Motorsports, driving Rage. He is set to take on Violet Craddock over there in the blue lane, driving the Monster Mutt Dalmatian. She's looked great tonight as well. Two fast trucks looking for a spot in round 3. Waiting on the green light. And both trucks cut a good light. They're even there in no man's land, but Monster Mutt Dalmatian comes back strong in the end, and I think got the win. She gets over the bus cleanly, and she might have dethroned the former champion. Let's get back to the replay to confirm. What a race. Both trucks were throwing it all down right there. Putting it all on the line. Let's get back to the replay. And Rage cuts a slight lead off the light, but Monster Mutt does indeed come back in the end. Violet Craddock and Monster Mutt Dalmatian is moving on to round 3. Wow. Coming up next, first here in the near lane, we got Cole Harwood bringing that retro snakebite back to the line. His team's got that truck back from a wicked crash last month at Midwest Madness Winter Wipeout, but he is set to take on the reigning and defending Midwest Madness champion, Shaggy. Matt Cheever driving Gravedigger the Legend over there in the far lane. He's not ready to lose the flag here tonight. He's got a fast truck here in round 2. And both trucks are even down the stretch, but Gravedigger the Legend pulls it through there at the end. Matt Cheever is taking that flag into round 3. Snakebite was cutting him no slack, but Gravedigger Legend gets it done. Kicking off the third round. First, here in the near lane, we got Hunter Craddock driving Bulldozer. This is probably the best he's ever looked out here on Midwest Madness, but he is set to take on Ashley Obi over there in the blue lane driving Wildflower. She's looked great tonight too. Spot in the semifinals, waits to win her, waiting on the green light. And Bulldozer gets out to a slight lead and holds it all the way through. Hunter Craddock and Bulldozer is moving on to the semifinals. What a race. Ashley Obi was cutting him no slack. Let's take a look at the replay. And Wildflower was right there with him all the way through, but Bulldozer gets it done. Coming up next here in the third round, we got a Ford versus Ford matchup. First, in the near lane, is Jarrett Booker driving Bigfoot. Bigfoot is making his second appearance out here on Midwest Madness. Jarrett Booker's making his debut, but he is set to take on Charles Stevens over there in the blue lane driving Blue Thunder. Both trucks have looked amazing all night long. A spot in the semifinals awaits the winner. Both trucks cut a good light, and they finished door handle to door handle there at the finish line. Bigfoot came back strong in the end. Blue Thunder held a slight lead all the way through, but Bigfoot made that super close. We'll get back to the replay to confirm. What a race. Both trucks were absolutely going for it, and there you see. Bigfoot came back in the end, but I don't think it was enough. Charles Stevens and Blue Thunder barely sneaks the wheel in there, and he gets the win. He is moving on to the semifinals. What a race. A good rookie effort for Jarrett Booker. The hits just keep on coming. First, here in the near lane, we got the legend himself, Steve Jones, out of Team MTA, driving the Carolina Crushers Chevrolet. He is set to take on Corey Marvin over there in the blue lane, driving the Northern Nightmare. Both drivers hungry for a spot in the semifinals, waiting on the green light. And Carolina Crusher gets out to a slight lead and holds it all the way through. No controversy there. Carolina Crusher is moving on to the semifinals. Corey Marvin was trying to chase him down, no avail.
Here we are now getting set to go with some more round 3 action up at the line in the red lane. Violet Craddock and the Monster Mutt Dalmatian. She's looked dialed in all night long. But does she have anything for old Mr. Shaggy over here? Matt Cheever, Gravedigger the Legend, the defending champion out here on Midwest Madness. So good to see him in victory lane. But let's see if Violet's got anything for him down the stretch. She jumped him off the line, flips it over the camper down there. Oh my goodness, what a wild race. Violet jumps him off the line. I think she may have caught Matt off guard there. I believe she got the win. We're going to check this replay. Oh, yeah, she dumps it over in the camper down there. But she definitely took old Matt Cheever to school there. You know, I got to take a jab at you, Matt. Let's see, the track crew, Midwest Madness track crew down there now. They're going to get her rolled back over. Probably just some cosmetic damage, a little bit of body work to be done. Let's see how bad it is. Oh, yeah, she's out of the truck. She's A-OK. All the safety components doing what it's supposed to do. She should be back for some semifinals action as she took Matt Cheever to school there. Maybe she'll make it back if they can get her to see.
Kicking off the semifinals first in the red lane, we got Hunter Craddock driving Bulldozer. He's looked great tonight. He's one race away from the finals, but he is set to take on Charles Stevens over there in the blue lane driving Blue Thunder. He's looked great as well. A spot in the finals awaits the winner, waiting on the green light. And Bulldozer gets out to a slight lead, but Blue Thunder comes back in the end and gets it done again. Charles Stevens and Blue Thunder is moving on to the finals here at Midwest Madness Resolution. Blue Thunder is one race away from the finals. I'm going to pass it over to my buddy Bradley Graham. He's going to commentate the next race. What a night. Woo!
Here we are with the semifinals action. None other than Steve Jones. He's up here in the red lane in the old Carolina Crusher. He's looked good all night long. He's got that Chevrolet dialed in right where he wants it. But does he have anything for the youngster over here, Violet Craddock and the Monster Mutt Dalmatian? They got her back out here running. I don't know how she's going to see out of that thing, but she's going to try to get it done here. Let's see if she's got anything left in the tank for old Steve Jones. As they get set to go green now, waiting on that green light, they're going to join old Charles Stephen there. And Blue Thunder down the stretch. Steve got her. Did Violet come back, though? Did Violet come back? Oh, my goodness, another close race here, folks. We are definitely going to have to check that replay. Steve Jones gets her a little bit off the line. Smooth run by both trucks. Man, it's close down there. I still can't call it. Let's see, down the stretch, they're looking good and smooth. Both of them laying good. Violet maybe a little bit out of shape. Let's check one more time here. I believe Steve Jones got it, though. And yes, indeed, Steve Jones is going to the finals to face Charles Stevens and the Blue Thunder.
It is finals time, ladies and gentlemen. We started with 32 trucks, and we've worked our way down to 2. First, here in the near lane, we got Steve Jones out of Team MTA driving his Carolina Crusher Chevrolet. He's been in the finals before here at Midwest Madness, finds himself here again. He is taking on Charles Stevens over there in the blue lane driving the Blue Thunder Ford, who's looked unstoppable all night long. The trophy awaits the winner. Both drivers waiting on the green light. And Carolina Crusher gets Blue Thunder off the line and holds it all the way through. At least I think he did. Blue Thunder was cutting him no slack. It was right there with him the whole time. We'll get back to the replay to confirm. But what a final race. Steve Jones might have just claimed his first championship. And let's take another look at it here. Carolina Crusher barely gets Blue Thunder off the line, and that is all he needed. Steve Jones and Carolina Crusher holds it all the way through, and he is a one-time Midwest Madness champion. Congratulations to Steve Jones and Carolina Crusher. What a night of racing. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Thank you, everyone, for coming out and watching Midwest Madness Resolution. What a show it was. Congratulations to Steve Jones and Carolina Crusher on claiming your first championship. This one is definitely special because, to be honest, none of these Diecast Monster Truck races would be happening without him and Monster Truck Attitude. So, Thank you to Steve Jones and congratulations. Also, what an epic night for Charles Stevens and Blue Thunder. He was throwing it down all night long. He will definitely be back. But we'll be back on February 26th for Midwest Madness Crushing Them All. Please like and subscribe. Thank you everyone for watching. I've been your host, Mitch Brown. Also, I want to give thanks to Bradley Graham for helping out in the commentary booth all night long. It was definitely awesome having him aboard again. And we hope to see him soon down the road to commentate some more shows and give you guys a break from my annoying voice. Thank you everyone for watching. Please like and subscribe.